break you down before, we now struggle to break you down now. So like things you could not get over, you're not getting over them now. So that's one of the benefits. So it works equally for physical aspect and also the mental aspect. Aside from this, it helps you build discipline. You understand? So and it still stems from that never giving up, because if you look at it now, let's say for example you want to do a particular task now, you've been postponing that task. Let's say you haven't postponed it, but you want to postpone it now because you understand, like you've done endurance training. So now it is to push, you understand? So you wouldn't actually stop that exercise. You won't postpone it. You'll be like, just do it, and just, you understand, you're going to face the fears, that particular thing. You are going to take it head on. You understand? Even if you don't take it head on, you know that when you start for just 2 minutes, it gives you that boost. So that's it. And aside from discipline itself, it also helps. Oh, but this actually this one I'm about to say is in terms of working out all around. So it helps in terms of focus. So for example, like when I finish working out, I look at nature, and you could even see at the back of the video, you could see I think a little nature view. But I look at far things. So I look at far trees, I look at far objects, and like I sit down after I finish working out, I sit down, look at far trees and far objects. I could meditate in the process, and while doing that, I noticed like my although thoughts pass, but I let them slide. But after I finished working out, it's like it looked like as if I just I took my bath, and my focus is sharpened, lighter, you understand. So I'm lighter, it's looking like as if I just woke up in the morning. So that's how it is. And aside from even improving focus, like your mood in general. So and this works best for people struggling with depression, anxiety. Like if you have had a bad mood that day, if you're currently having a bad mood and you work out, definitely, like, even while you're working out, you begin to see your mood changing. So that's one of the benefits. So you'll be happier for, like, even if you're not happy, like, your mood is stabilized, that kind of thing. So that's it. And aside from even that, medical reasons. So I've noticed, I don't know about it, but I've noticed when I'm having like minor ailments, like headache combined with cold, combined with back pain, that kind of thing. When I eat like about, let's say, an hour of workout, or let's say 30 to 40 minutes of workout, within I think within few hours to days, like, I don't feel it again. Even after I finish working out, like, it really reduces. But after a few days, yeah, I don't feel it again. And this is not to say it cures ailment, like when malaria has really entered your body. I'm not talking about that. As a matter of fact, rest. If you are feeling really weak, rest. Although when I'm feeling weak, I work out. I believe working out solves those problems. But sometimes when I really have malaria and I work out like that, it worsens. Sometimes when I have malaria, most of the times actually, and I work out, like when I'm having symptoms actually. So that's what I'm saying. It's not when you really you understand, like, taken down by such ailments. So that is also on the medical aspect of it. We could see as I'm at the issue I was having at this stage was like my wrist already was already starting to betray me a little bit. It was already warning me. It was like, bro, silly, I can't, bro, like, we have to give up soon. But I done 400 initially, so I knew what it was. So there are tips. So working out there's something I want to actually even make you know. The thing is, when you're actually doing push-ups, when you're working out, your balance is actually very crucial. So you could see if your balance is all over the place, like if you are staggering or you don't really position yourself, you find it hard to even like to lift yourself. That's even that is one of the first marker that can serve as a disadvantage. Like you like when you're balanced all over the place, like when you're staggering, you're not really structured, you're not at a single point. You find out it's hard for you to even push yourself up. And so that's why it's good when you're working out, when you're doing something like when you're doing an exercise like push up, for example, you straighten your legs, you straighten your back, you straighten your hands. You can see there's little space between my palms and my hand. So that's one thing. You should tuck your body together, like you squeeze your body together, and that's actually one bonus tip. That's one bonus tip. I'll explain that again. So tuck your body together. You should straighten your back. Also squeeze your core. Squeeze your core. Stand on your toes. You stand on your toes, like don't just don't make your body wide apart. You can see my legs aren't wide apart. So now that must be like when you squeeze your body together, there is something I noticed, like you will need less energy to raise yourself up compared to when your arms are wide apart. You understand? Like when I'm talking about the distance between your shoulder and your hand. That's what I'm talking about. So keep them close. So and that is also one thing. That's one thing. This particular point, my sweat I started to drip, and you will see it will pose a little bit of problem for me later, which I'll talk about. But I think at this particular point it was still easy because I was like not really too easy, but like I kept telling myself, it's easy, it's easy. And that's one thing I also want to you guys to like when you are working out and you are tired, you go play mind games with yourself. Like even before you get tired, you can start playing mind games with yourself. For example, so if your target is 100, or yes, your target is 130 and you are at 50, you could tell yourself you've done 30 and just try to reach 60. Now when you do 30, you reach 80. Now you are closer to 130 than to 0. So you tell yourself, oh, I've done 60, but in real sense you've done 80. So you could do 30 again and deceive yourself like you've done 90, whereas you've done 110. So I think from 110 it's easier to do 130. Another thing I also want you to know is using visual anchors. It's what I use. So I pick an image in my mind. What I do is I just imagine a brain spinning around a pole, and I have more than one actually. First is I imagine a brain spinning around the pole. I also imagine two podcasters talking about a brain, and when I am imagining that while doing push-ups or while doing any exercise, what happens is it narrows my focus down to that simple exercise and down to the correctness of the exercise. So I'm able to focus on that exercise rather than my attention scattered all over the place, because I think that's it's a problem I have. My attention is being scattered all over the place. So and when my attention is scattered all over the place, I could just stop workout. Like I could just stop, like assuming I'm tired. So that's one issue. Like the thing is, you won't know your limits. You won't know you can beat your limits. You understand? So that's something I struggle with. So where I could just do when I'm at 60 or when I'm at 70, I could just feel like I'm tired and I need to stop. Whereas I could continue. So I use that visual anchor to channel my focus. And so when I'm getting tired, I just be like, you can do more. It's just at 70. You understand? So that's one thing. And you could use any image of your choice. You could use anything of your choice. Something that will channel your focus. You could use anything of your choice actually. Just keep that image while you are working out. So that's it. So at this particular point, it was interesting because like at 260, I think my sweat has started to really drip. I think really drip at this point. And my wrist, that was one problem I encountered. Like my wrists were My wrists were really aching, and this was a problem I encountered even while doing the 400 push-ups. So when you're at this duration, like when you are doing it for this amount of time, you find out your weight on your wrist, will start to cause problems for your wrist. So um, I was, I had to do the reverse uno. Understand? So, and it was, and I started to approach this particular adage where they were like, the flesh is willing. I'm sorry, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. So, so that was it. And um, one issue was also that I was starting to look for dry ground because while the sweat was, pulling all over the place, I wasn't able to really get a very, very good grip on the ground. So I had to be looking for less sweaty areas, or cleaning my hands or my clothes so my hands could be dry. And you could see that little slip there. And that's because of the sweaty ground. Because we had 290. Yeah, 290. In my mind, I was like, do 7. Do 7. So when you do 7, then you just only do 3. And there's something interesting I also noticed about my workout. Like when I'm doing push-ups, the point there. So that was it. So at 3:30, at this point, I was like in my mind still. I was like, I can still go. I still had this energy, even still at this point. So that's how I knew I would reach 700. At this point, I still had that energy. I was still like, yes, I could go. I could go. It was a different feeling, to when I was doing 400. So we are at 340 now, and you can see my positioning is still on top. Like you could see my legs. Look at my hands. It was, I watched the video when I watched the video when I did 400. I'll post that soon. And so I actually learned from the mistakes. Like one of the mistakes was while working out, shifting your hands. So like you can see as I'm going up and down, my palms isn't really shifting. This was a mistake I did while I was doing the 400. Like my left palm was shifting, so it was different energy to keep them stable. So this particular time now, I pressed them to the ground make sure they weren't moving. So the only movement was from my shoulder down. So up, down, up, down, up, down. So now I think I finished 350, and at this point, another dopamine boost. I was like, yes, you're now closer, 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 you're now closer. That was what was in my mind. And you might be thinking, why I'm talking this long. Honestly, bro, like I want to avoid copyright. I don't. I've suffered too much on this workout than to have my music removed or my video blocked. No, I don't want copyright. So I am talking over the music. So the AI won't detect my the music tracks I used. We are 370 now, and I think it's getting crispy at this point. So and you could still see the like that straight line. You could still see that straight line. What I'm doing, like I'm not all over the place, that kind of thing. So, and you can see I was going down. I'm going down fully and then coming up. So that's one issue. Actually the main issue, the wrist problem. That was the main issue. And there's something that when you are working out, I saw that, if you're watching now, most of the time shifting my butt up, and that was a coping mechanism. In realistic sense, when you are doing something like 100 push-ups or something like that, do not shift your butt up. It won't really engage your core. But because I'm doing something like I'm doing 700 push-ups, which I don't really think is realizable to hold that straight plank position for that long amount of time. I had to just shift my butt up a little bit, so I could continue. I also even noticed, like while I was in that plank position for that long amount of time, like the triceps, without even going up or down, without even pushing up or down, will even start to wake you, without even pushing up or down. So that's how. So when you see people who do this many amount of reps, actually give them the flowers. Actually, like this, the amount of endurance and the amount of mental strength. That's one thing. Workouts will actually. One thing workouts will improve mental strength, like mental resilience. Like when something wants to break you down, you'll be like, no, you've broken this thing down before. It can't break you down. So we're at the 400 mark. And here is where I started to be like, yes, because I done 400 before, so I wouldn't want to go less than 400. Yes. And so I was like, one another mental game I played was, so I'm at 400 now. If I could do 420, that remains which now it's easier to process 280 than 310. Now when it's 280, it's still at that 200 mark. You be like, you feel like, oh, it's just remaining 200 to do. But when it's just 300 or 310, you be like, wow, you still have to do 300. So you could see that's why you start make doing this mental games. You start just mostly trying to survive. Just trying to survive, honestly. We are 420 points, and still have to keep our positioning straight. We have to keep our body balanced. We have to keep going. And yes, we are going. We are going. Never stop. Can't stop. Will never stop. Can't stop. Can never stop. That's been my motto this week. Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Can never stop. So that's been my motto this week. Another important thing, while working out, you should breathe in and out. This is something you need to do. If you don't do it, you can suffer health issues like mild varicoele or strain from your navel, your belly button to your private parts. Understand? So this and this is something I experienced while I was while I was doing abs workouts, and I wasn't breathing in and out regularly. I noticed that my balls, left side of my balls, started to ache me, such that when I woke, I was feeling this ache. But when I sit down, when I sit down and rest, or something like that, it started to reduce. And so it took me, I think, about a week or 2 weeks to of consistent of I think breathing in and out, this laying down on the bed to make blood flow, to those kind of things. So that's for it to finally vanish. So that's it's not a good feeling. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. Imagine your balls aching you. Why? That's one of the that's a very bad feeling. So that's why you need to breathe in and out. Yeah, breathe in and out. While working out, take regular breathing. So if you are going down, like as I'm pushing up, so we'll start now. I will demonstrate how to do it. So down, up. So when you are going down, breathe in, breathe out. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So that's it. That's it. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So that's it. Also, your consistency. Like I'll let's say this thing. If you're someone who struggles with consistency, you can make up for it. So even if you can't do it every day, ensure you're doing it every two days. Or ensure within a week you are doing a regular amount. So I do 5 times per week. And so if you want to spread your workout throughout the week anyhow you want to, yeah, nice. But make sure it's 5 times that week. That's it too. And even if you aren't doing much, for example, if it's 50 push-up and you're doing it 5 times per week, that is it's better than just doing 250 in a single day and not doing it throughout that week again. Understand? So ensure it's regular, ensure it's consistent. Understand? So you don't need to. It's not necessarily every day. I'm not asking you to sign up for this kind of death sentence or something like that. So, but you just ensure you're regular, you're consistent with it. Yeah, and that thing is, and this is something I hope I correct very soon, which is warming up. So like before you start exercising, it's great to warm up before you do the main workout. So it helps with fluidity while working out. It helps with charging your body up. So it helps with being able to do certain movements well. So you are energized before you start the main dish. So the warm up is the appetizer before the main dish, and you should do it. You should do it. Something I lack, and I just for some reasons it's good, but I really see the much benefit. But it's actually good. It's good actually. I think it's good. I see the benefit, but some reasons I don't just want to do it. I don't know, but that's how it is. You gotta do it. You have to do it. So we're almost at the 500th mark. Almost at the 500 mark. And so at this point I was like 230. I was like 230. Just enter 500. Just enter 500 and to remain 200. Now it's crazy because if I enter 500, I'm somebody who if almost at the finish line, I would surely finish. Like if I'm doing something and I've been weak throughout and I'm almost at the ending, I will finish it. So that's one of the reasons why I like if I can just get to the 600 mark, I will do 700. If I can get to the 900 mark, I will do 1000. If I can get to the so if I'm saying the finish line, if it's almost to the finish line, then put my energy into everything and finish it. So I was like, if I could just reach 500, that would be 200 a minute. If I could do 510, that would be 190. Now 190 is very, very convenient and accommodating to here compared to 300 and something like that. But in the realistic sense, 190 is still closer to 200. So you could see. So now I'm 500. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. So yeah, and that's one problem with when you are doing several reps of push-ups. Your waist, your hips begins to fail you. So that your hips begins to fail you. And it takes a lot of. I wouldn't lie to you. Strengthening your core at this particular point will work. It won't even work at the 200 mark or the 300 mark because because you at that particular point most of your energy is gone. So you need less energy to guard and to control your body than to actually push up. So it's the reason why, and you need to strengthen your core requires energy, and it's not just small energy. So strengthening your core and then trying to push up and would burn so much energy. So that's why and even if it won't burn so much energy, you don't have that amount at 510 push-ups. Like you won't really have it at that particular point. You will try to squeeze your abs, but it won't squeeze. So at this particular point, one of the best ways to use just to try to control your body and just try to push up and push down as you can. Because even at this particular point, I was trying to squeeze my abs, but it wasn't squeezing. Like it was squeezing, but my hips were still sagging. So I was like, at that point, I knew my each of my body parts. I started to say bye, that they need rest. So now at 5:20 now, there was motivation at this point. There was motivation at this point because I was like 180. between exercises. So, and at the end of each set, I observe a 2 minute break. So that's how I do it. So, most of the time I do a 37 minutes abs workout, and 8 minutes per set, which will be 24 minutes for 3 sets, and then I have 1 minute between exercises, and then 2 minutes break after each set. So that will be 24 minutes of exercise and 30 minutes rest. And so, talking about structure, for your entire workout program, you need to have a structure. That is, for each workout that targets your body, you need to have a structure. So, what I do is, when I'm doing my upper body workout, I'll do 100 push-ups, and then 30 decline pike push-ups, 50 bicep curls, and 30 pull-ups, and I do that for 2 sets. So that's for upper body except abs. So that's upper body except abs. And so for my abs workout day, I talked about that. And then for leg workout, I also do something similar. You understand? So you don't just do your workout out of the blues. You understand? So that's it. Because if you don't do that, you'll find out that your drive is reducing and you start lacking consistency. So now we are seeing that this flag they use in car race where you are at the finish line. So I can see that now you're at 6:10. So here was where I was just shuffling through my visual angles, understand, trying to position my body well, just to understand to make a very good finish. And so we are at 610, and at this point, just we are 6:30 now, and it gets to this particular point where where you've been through, like there's this particular point where you've been through pain to the extent that you don't even feel pain exactly anymore. So it was like at this particular point, so like I didn't really even feel those things I was feeling anymore. Like I didn't really feel it that much. So that's it. So in my mind I was like, and the thing is, the craziest part is, like, the longer you think about that, the more you think about that, the longer it gets. So 16 hours almost looking like 200, because not in terms of intensity, but in terms of the time to finish. So I wanted to finish it fast, and I wanted to do my signature celebration. I wanted to start. So we are 6:40, and yeah, we are pushing. We are still pushing. Still pushing. We got to push. Yes. So you can see that's in that position. That's despite despite the fact that I'm tired. You see that position. That straight body, and even if my hips is sagging, you still see that position. So that's so you could see. So let's go. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. So yes. So now we are going at 6:58 mark, and we are pushing. And yes, the energy is coming. The energy is coming. The energy is coming. The energy is coming. Yes. The energy is coming. Yes, yes. So at this point, I was slightly rehearsing what I will see when I finish. And on our final note, I want you two guys to know something, like when you are seeing someone who is built, you need to understand that either the person is on steroids or the person has dedicated years into that training, into his form, into his results. So you don't just start comparing yourself with such a person. So what you need to do is just compare yourself with your past self. So you check, okay, last week how well did I do? This week how well am I doing? So that's the healthy comparison you need. So you don't just see anybody and then just stand still and just like feel this kind of guilt or feel this kind of shame that you're not at this level. No, compare yourself. You compare your journey and your fitness journey to your past self, not somebody online or anywhere. So yes, 670, 30 more to go, favor 30 more to go. You can do it. You can do it. It was so long at this point. It was almost looking like I was using 50 minutes at this point. So let's go. You can do it. Let's go, boy. Let's go. I think what I was saying here was they could only faint about the king, that they can't do both. Either they faint from trying to compete or about the king. And so it was really, really great session.